so with that being said,
Madam
we
Chair.
are, go ahead.
I would like to respond to some of the speakers, if you would allow me that courtesy.
I didn't hear that. Say it again.
I would like to respond to some of the speakers, if you would allow me that courtesy.
Absolutely. Let's make sure that we hear you loud and clear, Ms. Donahue, so they can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I want to first say that these meetings are the meetings of the Flint City Council. I am not on this body. Oftentimes, people will come up and make comments directly to me. I do not respond because this is not the meeting for me to respond. I'm not on this body. If you ever have any question or inquiry, you can contact me directly in my office. Also, I want to point out that as far as I'm concerned, and what I've always believed is that the clerk is independent of the mayor, the council. I believe that there are 4 separate entities in the city of Flint. That would be the administration, the council, the clerk, and the ombudsperson. I do not work or answer to anyone. What I do answer to are the rules, Robert's rules, the charter, the code. No one knows how I feel about any of these rules because professionally, I don't make my opinion known because my opinion really doesn't matter. I have to follow them whether I agree with what they are or not, and that's what I've always done. So having said that, I just want to point out to the gentleman as far as the 3110 and the disorderly persons ordinance on the website. When you go to the code, there is a section that says Flint Overview. So the ordinances that have been adopted since the charter was last codified are listed separately. The codification is being updated, so it is on there. You just have to know where to look. So that is the right section. It's being worked on now. Hopefully that should be done within the next couple of months so that the code is updated to make it current. And also the other thing, as far as the speaker slip, for the record, I want to let it be known that I did have a speaker slip, number 15. However, it was illegible. I couldn't read it at all. And if you will notice, what I've made a practice of doing lately is I'll always say, the last speaker is. We've asked you not to come up to us, but if someone had approached me and said, come up and point it out, you didn't call 15, we could have straightened it out. When they said it from the back, I was about to say, I do have one, but before I could say anything, everything just broke loose. So I would have rectified the situation because I could not read the writing. And the council is emphasizing that the slips be filled out in their entirety correctly. But, I mean, it was impossible to read what was there. So I could have and would have gladly straightened everything out, but before I could even say anything, everything had happened. And I also want to say that I can't be responsible for how somebody reacts to that. Again, as soon as the person said it the first time, I was about to say something, but then we had about 10 people yelling it out at the same time. And then they were called to order and everything else. So for the record, I just want that to be known as well. Thank you, Madam Chair, for allowing me that.
Absolutely.
Through the chair,
Who?
it's the city attorney.
Go ahead.
Thank you. To also reiterate what Clerk Donahue stated, the ordinance for 3110 is listed under new legislation. It is number 4075. So you go under new legislation, scroll down to ordinance number 4075, and it lists 3110, which was renumbered during the emergency manager era, and that was revised on March 31st of 2016. Thank you.
All right, and thank you so much, City Attorney. And I just want to reemphasize what the clerk basically just said is stop being disorderly. Okay, so if you are acting like a grown-up that follows the rules, you don't yell out from the back. We can address your concerns, but when you become disorderly, all bets are off and you will be brought to order. And so now that that's established, we will go ahead and move on with the rest of the meeting.